What's up, guys? It's Levi. Hey, today I want to talk about mounting a horse. Go to get on. I always get a lot of questions of my horse doesn't stand still. What do I do to make this happen? So I want to go through and kind of show you how I do it and also the common mistakes that we make when we go to mount our horse. So I'm gonna demonstrate on the ground, and I'm also gonna use the mounting block just to kind of show you how I go about with that stuff. So, but first of all, I always want to make sure my horse is in a good mindset before I work on this. So if my horse is looking around and doing dumb stuff, the chances of him standing still is about 0. So I always want to make sure I do my fundamental stuff, the foundation side of stuff. So what does that mean? Get that groundwork down. Get that stuff down to where he's connected and they want to stand quiet like this. And I just pulled him out and we saddled him for this video. Like, I haven't even rode him right now. So he should stand here. If he doesn't, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to do to get him to stand. But so if there's been people where they brought their horses and were like, what would you do with the way they are right now? This is exactly what I do. When I come over here to go to get on and they go to move, I'm going to tip their face just like this, and I'm going to hold them, and I'm going to let them turn in a circle. It's exactly what I'm going to do here. Now I'm kind of pushing him here so you can see it. So I quit pushing him so he quits. And then when they quit, I let that head go. So they're realizing every time they move, I'm going to pull their head, and I'm not going to be nice about it. I'm going to pull, like, not jerk them, but I'm just going to pull. And when they stop or when they soften their walk up, I loosen it a little bit, and then when they stop, I actually let go. Let them have their head back again. So, and then I want to be able to pull and hold and get them to want to stand there. Very good. And then when it's time to get on, I'm actually going to go ahead and put my foot up. And horses that have this bad habit, they generally, you pick your foot up and they move. It's a really bad habit that horses can get into. So I'll pick my foot up and then they move. I pull that face just like that. When they quit, I let them go. And then take my foot again, pick it up. And I just continue that till they're like, oh, never mind, I'll just stand here. They move, I pull their face. When they stop, I let it go. And then I'll jump. I'll get it to where I can move around, pick my foot up, act like I'm going to get on. And then when I am going to get on, I'm going to go ahead and be smooth. Be smooth when we get on. If they go to move, I'll have my leg rested up back here, pull their head to the side, get them to stop, let go, and then get back off. And continue that until they connect that. Every time they move, their head gets pulled. What do they have to do to not feel that? Exactly that. Now, this is where we come in as humans, where we're dumb. We do this crap all the time. I've heard people, you know, where they go to get on and they turn way this way to go to get on their horse for safety, which is okay in the beginning, but at some point when you go to swing on, you kind of got to come back here to get on. So if you get on back here, you're really going to pull your horse off balance. So the chances of him moving is quite high. So I always want to make sure that we get on the correct way and not pull him off balance. Come on, Red. Here we go. Now, so again, if you're way up here and you go to get on here, you're going to pull them off balance. So we definitely don't want to do that. That's a bad habit of humans. And then, again, people will be like, well, if you're way back here, you go to get on. This is probably a little too far back, especially on a young one. But on a broke one, it's probably fine. If the horse is still kicking, I question it, why am I getting on him right now? Maybe we need to do more other stuff. So when I go to get on, I want to be smooth. I'm going to get my hand on the other side here. We need a little bit of upper body strength. So I got my hand over here. My hand back here is on the other side of the saddle. A little bit of grip there. And when I get up, I want to just be smooth. Don't come out away from him and pull yourself up because it's going to pull him off balance. So that's what we want to remember. So when I'm ready, straight up, swing on, smooth and easy. That's kind of what we want to think about so we don't drag them around and throw them off balance. Now, the next thing, that's one thing that we do that's not good. Bad human habits. The next thing we do is we do stuff where, I'm going to demonstrate it actually. We get ready to get on. Now, we don't want too crazy loose rein, but you see I just lifted my reins and he started backing. Right there already. But we shorten the reins a little bit, and then we go to get on. Watch this. And as I get on, I tighten that rein a little bit, and we pull on them, and then they move, and we're already doing it because we tighten that rein on, and then it turns into a bad habit. And that's the stuff we want to stay away from. We always want to make sure that they feel free, peaceful when we go to get on. And we don't do our dumb human stuff to hinder that. And like I said, you could see when I did that, how quick he started backing up. And he wasn't doing it because he doesn't stand. He was doing it because he was honoring the bridle. And he was backing away from that. So, them are definitely two things. And again, when I go to get on and they move, turn their head. Pull till they stop. Now, my main way to get on, I actually use a mounting block all the time. I want them to be able to come up here. And then people ask me this question, how do we get them to stand? So we come up here like this, get him to stand there. Now first, I'm not even going to worry about getting on. I just want him to stand here, okay? So have that same thought process. So I'm going to walk up here. I'm not going to get on. I just want him to stand here. Desensitize him of this. Now, let's say he would go to move. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to jump off of here. I'll just demonstrate it. Let's say he would have moved. I'm going to pull his face. I'm going to move his hips around. I'm kind of using him as a guinea pig to show you. And I'll just keep moving him around and be like, hey, next time when I park you next to the mounting block, he's going, what do you want me to do? I am stopping. So I'll bring him back up to the mounting block. Kind of quick, like this stuff is like moving kind of quick until we get back up to the mounting block right here. And energy level, everything is quiet. Take your time. Back up to the step. Kind of don't sneak. I want to walk with a mission. Walk up here. Don't be clumsy, like don't be slamming into him or throw him off balance, but just get up here. And again, if he would move them hips around, pull his face hard, get him to where he's like, ooh, what do I have to do to not feel that? And then back up here again, get this thing moving around. But don't do anything with your reins. Here we go. So you heard me say, don't do anything with your reins. This is another thing we always do. Even mounting blocks, we get up here and we're like, okay, my horse has a tendency of walking off when I get on. So when we walk up here, we get a hold of that and we have close contact and we go to get on and we pull a little bit. He didn't move there and I pulled him. But we pull a little and they back up or do something weird that we're not looking for. So we always have to be mindful what we're doing so we're not the ones causing it. But anyway, that's how I go about it to get my horse to want to stand still. Make this real easy. And then if he does move, don't punish him. Just move him in a circle at a higher pressure. I always break my pressure points down. 1 is easy, 10 is hard. So wherever I put it, like let's say a 4 or a 5, and move him around, get back over here and rest. And in no time, they're going to come up here and rest and hang out. Now again, the main thing, make sure they are in a good mindset and ready for this. Okay? So remember that. Don't do them dumb habits that I just showed you. Be ready for it. I don't want you to have your reins thrown away. I want your reins right there. If anything, I always have my horse's face tipped this way a little bit. So if I do go to get on and they go to move right here, I can just pull that face to my left and get what I need. And when they stop, I loosen them up again. But most of the time what I've seen is it's usually habits that were caused by us. when we have that horse not wanting to stand. So I definitely hope this video has helped you. And again, remember, the most important thing, make sure your horse is in a good mindset before you practice this. If your horse is looking around at everything, that means he ain't connected. He's going to be dumb. So make sure that he's in a good mindset before you practice this. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to share, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. We appreciate it. Thank you for watching. God bless.